What's up guys, Noah or Qehzy here bringing you guys another tutorial, and once again we are in DesignHill.com's studio, and today we're going to be creating a Facebook cover. So we're going to be creating something similar to this. I'm actually going to show you another method of creating a Facebook cover as well, actually two methods, but I forgot to save the first one here, so I don't have a quick preview for it. I'll put it up on screen right now though for you guys, but I'm going to show you a few techniques to use to create your own Facebook cover in DesignHill Studio. And of course you can use these techniques on other things, but specifically a Facebook cover in this video. So first things first, you want to go to designhill.com/studio, and you can use this absolutely free. Create your project, download and save it for free. So big shout out to DesignHill Studio for providing the service and for also sponsoring this video. So let's go ahead and get started. Once you are in the studio, you can come to these like pre-laid out templates, and we want to go to Facebook cover. Obviously there is a lot of options though. You can scroll through and you'll find a bunch of different things, and you can even create your own custom dimensions up here. But we're gonna go Facebook cover, and that will create a new blank document for us here. And I'm gonna be showing you how to create this style of cover first. So let's go ahead and upload our own image to use. So I was using my buddy's new wedding photo. He just got married over the weekend. Not using his real names, but I figured I'd make them a little something for this, and I went ahead and uploaded their one photo. So to upload an image, you just come to this upload tab, upload an image, and then you can select an image from your computer. Select an image, it will upload, and then it should come over to the side here, and you can just click it and it will add it to your document. So we have this added. I want this off to the left, so I'm going to just drag it over to the left, and that should be good. Now I'm also going to go to shape elements, and I want to add like a drop shadow type thing here. So I'm going to add a square, and I'm going to bring this over and shape it to the bottom left of the photo. So let's grab the right side anchor and bring it in. You can see this right side anchor will change the width. If you grab a corner, everything will change size equally. So let's make that slightly smaller. And then let's go to position and backward, so it is behind the photo. And if we go up here, we can change the color. So let's do that. And I'm going to make it a kind of an orangish, but a very pale orange. So maybe something like that. I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty good, and we can always make adjustments later on. Simply just click whatever object you want to move and you can move it. Now since this wedding took place in the fall, I just wanted like a fall vibe to it, so I added a flowery background. Even though flowers aren't necessarily fall, the coloring is fall. I suppose leaves probably would be a better bet. And actually, let's go ahead and do leaves. So let's search here in the photos section for leaves, and we'll see what we can find. Obviously, we want some fall leaves, so let's do this one. Would be pretty good, but I want it to be a landscape. I don't want it to be a portrait. And this one right here is pretty good. Let's go ahead and click that. Let's grab a corner, increase it to fill the width, and then do the same thing on the other side. So now that is filled, our whole document's filled, but we are unable to see our photo. So let's go to position and go backward. So you just want to click that twice, and now it's behind everything. And the picture is a little too much. It stands out a little too much. So let's go ahead to this drop shadow square, which is essentially what it is, and click that, then go to copy. And with this, then you want to increase the size of this guy to fill the entire document. And you can spill over the edge a little bit. It's probably a better idea to do that just so there is no edges. You get everything. And let's go ahead, go to position. Let's go backward. And really we just have to be behind the photo. That's the most important one. And then go to opacity, which is right here. And let's move that down to, we'll go about 65, and we can go to color and maybe go with a more saturated orange here. I think the one we're using is pretty alright, and let's maybe actually increase that opacity a little more. So about 70. There we go, that's a pretty good setup. If you don't like the drop shadow, by the way, actually let me move this back one more. If you don't like the drop shadow, how it blends in, because they are the same color, they blend in pretty well, you can come here and make that slightly more saturated, and it stands out a little more. Up to you though. Now let's go ahead to icons, and the icons are really like shapes in a way as well. There's just, you think of icons as like the Facebook logo or other different logos like that, but in DesignHill Studio they have a bunch of icons like a controller, you have the leaves that I recently searched for, and a bunch of just other general elements. So it's a bunch of like clip arty type things. So if you just want to search leaves or whatever theme you're doing, you want to search for it as well. I went ahead and added these leaves here because these are very fall-esque leaves, and let's add those. Decrease the size, we'll put them in the corner here, and let's go to copy and bring them to the other corner, and we'll make them slightly smaller and rotate them so it's like that. And now that looks really nice. I think we can go ahead and add some text. So let's go over to the text field, and you could add your own text here, but I'm gonna go ahead and look for some custom text. And you can scroll through, you can see there is a lot of options that will fit in with whatever theme you're going for. I really like this like happy birthday text because it was like handwritten and it gave me like wedding/fall vibes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click that to add it. And let's go ahead and drag it over to the right a little bit. And I want all these elements to be kind of centered. I might have to move this over to the right a little bit, but I like this positioning right now. With this selected then, we want to go up and ungroup it so we can change the individual elements. I'm not going to need this bottommost text, so I'm going to delete that. But I will keep this text here. And let's go to the top one. I'm going to split all this up onto 2 lines, so you could put it all in 1 line or however many you'd like. But I'm going to do the first name and then the bottom one, the second name and last name. And I can delete that. You'll notice this went to 2 lines, so I'm just going to extend this out. By the way, I could have put all this in one text group, so I could have done, and that would work too, but then you have to adjust the spacing in the settings, and I just like to manually drag to adjust the spacing personally, so that's how I did it. So let's move this up then and align it like so. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna go down to this bottom text, and this is going to be a date, and that's not what I meant to type, but it'll work. We can drag that up then a bit. Cool. If you select the text then and hold shift, you can select something else. So if I do that, I can select both those texts and move it down a bit, and then I want to add an element to the top. So let's go back to our icons, and again I did a leaf search, and I'm gonna use this one here. It's like these cool loop-de-loops with some leaves, so I'm gonna add that to the top. And I think that's looking pretty good. We can, of course, go in and then add some more elements like that would fit the fall theme. Like I could add some more leaves. In fact, one thing I did was added like one of these guys to the text. So if I make this real small, I can then rotate it slightly and like add it to something like the M here, which is pretty cool, and you can do that with whatever. Overall, I think that looks pretty cool, and that was pretty simple. You don't need any design experience to be able to create this. and then you can save it. So it'll save it to your dashboard here, or if you want to download it, you can go to download. But I want to show you another way of creating some stuff. So let me go ahead and delete everything. If you want more of an abstract look, you can just go ahead and use different shapes to go ahead and create something interesting. And you could use colored shapes or just solid colored shapes. And maybe if we go here to abstract, I don't know if we'll get any good results in the icon search, but let's see what we get. And you can see we get some pretty cool looking things. Like right here, these are pretty cool. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. So let me click this guy here. It has some pretty colors, it's pretty neat. And let's rotate it while holding shift to get a 90 degree and increase the size. I'm gonna click here and zoom out to about 50 so I can make this a little easier on myself. And boom, there, that's pretty cool. And then maybe go ahead and grab like this one too. We'll increase that size. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Maybe a little too much color, but you can see if we scroll down, there's a lot of different things here that we can mess with and add in. Here's another cool one. Let's click this real quick. Yeah, there you go. That looks pretty cool. I'm actually going to delete it, but let's go through. Here's another cool one we could use. But you can see there's a bunch of different abstract, different icons you can use. And it's just a real easy way to get a nice banner design, or in this case, a cover design. Let's zoom back in and I don't know, let's go ahead to the text elements then. Let's find one that's pretty cool and would fit with this like abstract look we got going on. So right here, this morning motivation text I think looks pretty cool. Let's click that. Let's go to, or let's click it, let's ungroup it. We'll delete the bottom text. Select the top one, let's make it white. And we'll call this Facebook cover. Extend it out, cool. And if you have any subtext, you can go to copy and just decrease the size a little bit and change that to subtext or whatever. And then if we select both these texts, you can see we can move them around and this looks pretty cool. And let's actually do one other thing. If we select both of these and group them, we can then go to copy on that and drag it over, and then ungroup it, select it, and let's make it a color. So probably should do one of the colors in this like abstract image we got going on. So I'll just do the background color, which is black, and then click the subtext too and also make that black, and then hold shift again and click the main text so they're both selected again, group them again, and then let's overlay them and then bring them down and left, and then go to position, backward, and then cool, let's adjust it. So I think we should be able to use the arrow keys. Yeah. And there's a nice like drop shadow effect. And look at how quick and easy that was. Another nice Facebook cover. When you're done, be sure to go up here to save and save it to your dashboard here. And then if you want to download it, go to download and you can choose your file type. You could do PNG or JPEG. I probably want to do PDF, but either one. This one is suggested PNG, so that's what I would do. And just do the one-time size because that's all you need. We're not using a transparent background, and then click download. And then it will download. And that's how easy it is to create stuff in DesignHill Studio. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Check out DesignHill Studio in the description below. Subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. Follow me on Twitter at Qehzy and follow my Instagram, that's Qehzy. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.